Hello and welcome to this episode of Creating with Howcraft. My name is Denise Yezbak Moore with howcraftcollection.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create my Sonora earrings. The tools and supplies you will need to create these earrings are round nose pliers, wire cutters, chain nose pliers. This is a wine cork. We're going to be using it to form this part of our earring. You will need an eye pin, a head pin, and these beads are very skinny, so try to find a pearl head pin. The wire is actually thinner. An ear wire, 4mm jump ring, and this is our amazing new selection of turquoise just added to howcraftcollection.com. These little rounds are from Kingman, Arizona, and the rest of the turquoise featured in these earrings are from Sonora, Mexico. You will also need 24 gauge wire and 26 gauge wire. Today we're going to start off by creating the center dangle. So I'm just going to come in and cut about a 2.5 inch length of wire. I usually measure it on my fingers. And we are going to form a wrapped loop. We're going to bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, bend the wire back, and we are going to come back in and we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3. We're going to take it off. We're going to trim that little end and we are going to come back in, flatten our loop. I want to trim that just a tad more, and we're going to press that wire down. Now we're going to pick up our turquoise cube. We're going to string that down, and then our round. Where's that little hole? We're going to come in, string that one down, and now we're going to form a wrapped loop. We're going to bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, bend the wire back, switch hands. We're going to wrap 1, 2, 3. Gonna remove it, come back over, trim off that little end, and we're gonna flatten our loop, tuck that wire down so there is no sharp edges. We're now gonna create our little dangle, so we're grabbing a head pin, and I strung a nugget and 3 heshy beads onto the end. I'm just going to come over and I'm going to bend that wire down. We're going to come in right about there and trim that wire, and we're going to form a simple loop. So we're just going to place the pliers at the end of the wire, and we are going to roll the wire towards us. And we're just going to come back in, open that loop. We're going to attach, grab the wire, and close that loop. Now we're going to create the side pieces of the earrings. I already created one in order to save time, so I will show you how to create the other side. So we're using our 24 gauge wire. I'm coming down, and I want to make this a little longer because this connector is longer. So I'm going about 3 inches. And we are going to form our wrapped loop. So we're going to bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side and bend the wire back. And then we're going to switch hands and we're going to wrap 1, 2, this wire is so little, 3. I'm going to pull it off, cut that in, flatten out the loop, and then we're just going to tap the wire down so there are no sharp edges. We're now going to string our Heshi beads, and we're stringing 10 of these beads. We're just going to string those down. And now we're going to form our wrapped loop again on the other side. We're going to bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, bend the wire back, and then we're going to come back in, and we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3. I'm going to remove it, trim that little end. I like to flatten my loops out and tuck that little wire down so there are no sharp edges. Let's pick up our head pin, and we're going to come over and right about there, we're going to bend that wire. Then we're going to come back in with our round nose pliers, and we are going to form a simple loop by rolling the wire towards us. And there you can see our simple loop added to the other side. So this is where our wine cork comes in. We are going to place it on the wine cork. And we are just making a round bend. So it looks like that. Now we have to turn our loops. So we're just going to take it, and I'm giving it a twist. And I'm giving it a twist, and then we're going to come back over, put it back on, and then this one we're just going to come back in and twist it a little more. We are now cutting a 12-inch length of 26 gauge wire. We're going to bring that wire over here, and we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to squish those wires together. We're going to turn it over and squish them on that side. And then we're going to come in and trim off the end. I just strung a round, a cube, a round, a cube, and a round. So we're going to make sure that's nice and tight up against the other side. We're going to bring it up come over and we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3, and then I like to grab my pliers, come around, and tap those wires down. Once again, I just string a round, a cube, a round, a cube, and a round. And we're going to bring that one up, making sure those beads are nice and tight. We're going to wrap 1, 2, 3, come back in, and squish those little ends. I just strung a round, a cube, a round, a cube, a round. So we're going to bring that up. I'm going to squish it a little bit. We can fix it later. And we are going to wrap 1, 2. I just want to move that down a little bit. 3. We're going to come in. And we're going to trim that little wire. And then we're going to squish it down. And then we're just going to move the loop up, the little wraps. And then we're just straightening our wraps out. So now we're going to attach our little connectors. So let's open this side, pick up our little connector and close that loop. Now we're going to flip sides. We're going to open that loop. Grab our connector and close the loop. Now we're going to come back in. We're going to pick up our 4mm jump ring. This is how you open and close a jump ring. So we're just going to open it, grab our earring. We're going to attach and then attach the center dangle and then the other side. Then we're going to grab our ear wire and attach that. We're going to come back in and close the jump ring. Let's move that over a little bit, move this one over. And there you have it, how to create my Sonora earrings. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe at Howcraft USA. Follow us on Instagram at Howcraft Collection Beads. Be sure to visit howcraftcollection.com for more inspirational DIY projects and for all your jewelry making needs. New beads are added weekly, and each week howcraftcollection.com features an amazing new sale. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.